The Colosseum was a place where the best of the best threw down to see who would be the last standing. Some contestants came from nothing, just to rise to the top. What if I started with the bare minimum in Elestrals, just enough packs to make a legal deck? I would clash with other casters with the eventual goal of winning a tournament. Every win would reward a single randomized pack to upgrade my deck, with other rewards along the way. Will I be the last caster standing? It's time to enter the Colosseum. Welcome back to episode 7. Here we are today with LegoMyEggo from the Discord. Him and I have been playing a lot here lately, and big thanks to him for getting some games in here today. Looks like I believe I won the dice roll in this game, and I opt to go second, I want to say. Obviously second, I still feel is my best option with the deck. Trying to get the extra card and the draw phase just makes too much sense to go first at this point. So Eggo goes first here, casts out a Spectaris. Spectaris, crazy card right now. I feel like every time I see a Spectaris, it just gets better and better. He goes ahead and casts out a Temple as well. And looks like he sets a back row, and I think he passed it over there. And so currently on a lose 2 streak, I believe. Yeah, we lost both games to RyBot in the last episode, so currently on a 2 losing streak right now, hoping to bounce back. But we start out with a Drops of Leaf here, and then we throw out the Coastalith, the Giraflora, and the Pandison right there. Gonna shuffle those 3 back in. Drops will allow us to draw 4. I still think Drops it's not too loved in competitive Elestrals, but I think it's a pretty solid card for our style of deck, at least currently, while we just need to see our power cards in order to win. It's a bit expensive, but I think it's decent for us right now. So draw our 4 cards right there. I think we have about 7 cards in hand to work with. And we'll go ahead and cast a Tornado right here. So Tornado, not a great card. However, if they only have 1 back row and you have a play that you want to get off, it becomes okay. So we go with the Sprouter right here. Sprouter allowing us to search an artifact. It's a 3 attack and 5 defense. We have 2 options in deck, as you guys know from the profile. We have the Necklace of Harmonia as well as the Poison Tunic now. So a couple options to grab. In this scenario, I was just hell-bent on taking out the Spectaris. I feel like in this format, I have learned that just trying to get board control and maintain board control is the best route for our kind of deck. And so I feel like I'm playing as aggressive as I possibly can in every situation. And so going ahead and grabbing the necklace here, and then go ahead and cast it out is the best option. It allows us to clear the Spectaris and potentially set up for maybe an Ascension next turn or something. The necklace sticking on board kind of sucks, but that was my thinking, is if we can keep the Sprouter on board. I think we also had the Neandersloth in hand, which is it's actually a pretty solid card. It doesn't see a whole lot of competitive play, but pretty solid card. If we can ascend to that next turn, maybe, then losing the 2 from the necklace isn't the worst thing. So that's what we choose to do right there. Pass it back over to Eggo. So yeah, we have 4 cards in hand right there. My other option was to just hold on to the necklace. We could have put the Sprouter in defense and just kind of sat on it. It's a 3/5, so 5 attack would have dealt with the Spectator. It wouldn't have dealt with the Spectators, but it would. The Spec wouldn't have been able to hit over the Sprouter. So that was always an option, but getting rid of it's also an option. So he goes with the Nobby right here. He triggers the Nobby effect. It doesn't really do too much in this situation. Nobby's effect to sink the attack of a non-lunar or solar enchanted Elestral by 2. And after the Nobby effect, he'll set 2 back row and he'll pass play over to me. So draw for turn there. We've got like 5-ish cards in hand. And at this point, I want to do something to do with the Nobby. I did draw the Mudlet for turn here, so I thought my best option was the Mudlet to switch it to defense. He PTAs the Mudlet, that's fine with me. I did want to go for the Neandersloth Ascension, like I said a minute ago. I wanted to go for that Ascension, however, with him having the 2 back row, I was kind of afraid of something happening and then me just losing board control altogether, so I opted to go for the Mudlet there. And on the attempted swing over with the Sprouter, he tsunamis. So we get shifted to defense right here. We go in phase. He opts to pay out the PTA to kill the Mudlet. So we got through both back row, which is kind of a productive turn there. We still have the Sprouter, which as of right now he's not able to do anything about. However, we do have to expend another 2 from Necklace sticking on board, so not super ideal for us. However, it could probably be worse. So same thing going into next turn. Hopefully we can, you know, stick the Sprouter on board and be able to ascend over it. Hopefully he's not able to clear it this turn. He does opt to, let's see, yeah, he shifts the Nabi to attack, to be expected. And where are we going from here? 2 cards in hand. He's going to throw out a Zapper there, and Elechick comes out here. So Elechick is unfortunate for us. Elechick allows him to grab a Divine Rune, 4 attack, 1 defense. You can see he grabs the Zeus right there. Zeus, you can enchant up to 4 on it on cast, and then you can disenchant 1 any points to target an Elestral and give it -3 attack and defense until the end of the turn. And so he will be able to clear our Sprouter right here, unfortunately, which looking pretty bleak for us at this point. We don't have anything to ascend into. I think that's kind of like our game plan right now is, you know, obviously like I was saying earlier, control, but if we can get into a Caprigal or into a Neander Sloth or, you know, one of our 2 drops and that does a lot on its own, then, you know, we might have a shot. But at this point, you know, he's going to be able to clear the Sprouter. You see he throws out 3 spirits right there, throws down the Zeus, and immediately disenchants, targeting our Sprouter, so sinks it. It's only a 2 defense now, so swings over with Nabi, and then Nabi second effect triggers that will allow him to ascend straight into the Doppelgator right here. Nabi's just a crazy card. Doppelgator also a pretty good card on its own. And so we'll go ahead and get our spirits ready to expend right here. We know he's going to be able to ascend, and then he still has the 1 from the Elechick to swing with as well. So he'll attack directly with the Chick and the Gator. We'll take our 3, leaving us with not a whole lot left here. I think we still have like 5 or 6 cards in hand, just not too much right here. We would need like the Earthquake here to kill the Gator, and then we would need something to get over the Elechick, and then just hope he doesn't have anything on the crackback. We have to just go for a defense position Bubbloon, so we don't even have really an aggressive play, just something to try to soak up some damage. The Bubbloon's a 1 attack and 2 defense, and then it just allows Water Enchanted Elestrals to gain +2 attack and defense. So cast it out right there. He has to swing over with the Doppelgator. Actually, no, now that I'm looking and thinking back, he doesn't have to, because I think Doppelgator sinks attack and defense based on how many Lunar Spirits it has on it. So basically the effect of Bubbloon is just kind of negated by the Doppelgator, but didn't realize that at the moment. Not that, like I said, not that it really matters. We're going to lose that anyways. So he'll swing over, or he actually does disenchant the Zeus, decreasing the attack and defense of the Bubbloon. Swing over with the Chick, and then go for 2 with the Doppelgator. Doppelgator might actually only sink attack, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll have to figure that out for future reference. He passes it back over to us. We go with the Rummagem here, and he flips a PTA right there. So I think at this point, yeah, we just decide that's all we can really do. We only have 2 left in Spirit deck, so he'll obviously be able to swing for those 2 next turns. So we're kind of just showing what we had to work with there. You guys see the Verituka. Verituka is kind of a cool card, but at this point we didn't have the spirits left to make it do anything. So yeah, that's our 3rd loss in a row. We will head to game 2. Alright, and here we are back for game 2. So like I was saying, a streak of 3 losses as of now. I think we're like 1 in 14, 1 in 15 at this point, so we got some work to do. We lose that dice roll there, and yeah, let's kick this one off. Either way it goes, if we win this one, obviously we get a pack. If we lose this one, we're 1 more loss away from a pack. We go in second in this one, the usual. So Eggo goes here, and he casts out a Werepup. So Werepup, new Moonrise card. So that's a 3/2, I believe, and it on cast it searches out a lunar phase. So he's able to grab the full moon here. Full moon of crazy cards. A counter rune costs 1 lunar, and it allows you to enchant up to 2 lunars to your field. And that's pretty good with Werepup, because Werepup, when a lunar phase full moon is cast, it allows it to ascend into Like a Void. So pretty good combo there. I know in competitive Elestrals it's really big right now. I know a huge portion of the top decks that just topped the tournament on February 8th were using and abusing this combo. So it's very good all around. So he passes, or sets 2, passes play over to us. We cast out our Rummagem here. We have a lot of targets off Rummagem, as you guys know. We have the Mudlet, the Sprouter, the what else? We have the Moss Station, Giraflora. We have the Paleoth. So we got some options here. We have to go for the Moss Station here. My thinking is even with 1 Enchanting Spirit, the Moss Station buffs itself up to a 6 attack, and that can trade with a Like a Void as long as no shenanigans happen. Like a Void is a 6 attack, so even though it can, it'll have a lot of spirits enchanting it, something that we might be able to trade with. So that's my thinking there. And after that, we just pass play back over to Eggo. So not the best start to the game for us. We'd like to be able to do a little bit more here. However, cards are getting crazier, and Werepup and Like a Void are very good. So Eggo's taking a minute to think about his options right here. There's a lot of stuff to be afraid of in this lunar aggro deck. People are running Pharaohgeist in it. Pharaohgeist can be a 1-turn ascension just because of the full moon, which we know he has. So Pharaohgeist, pretty crazy card. Obviously the Like a Void combo is pretty crazy. This deck still just runs good cards, like it runs the Ash Rabbit like we saw last game, and it looks like that might be, yeah, or no, we saw Elechick last game, but Elechick, Ash Rabbit, both great cards. Allows him to gain some kind of card advantage. So he adds a card off the rabbit there, the angry attack position rabbit. He knows he'll be able to clear the Rummagem, so might as well get the other damage against a bad Colosseum deck. And so yeah, he'll go ahead and flip up the full moon right there. Full moon allows him to enchant up to 2 Aloons to board, so he'll throw them on the Werepup, and then Werepup effect triggers, allowing him to ascend into the Like a Void from deck. And then if full moon, giving it 2 wasn't enough, he's able to use another, because it's an ascension, he's able to enchant another spirit onto it, and so he can just grab a water spirit if he wants to try to play around tsunamis. He can grab a frost spirit. Yeah, he grabs the Leviathan there. He can throw down a Flare Mine on it if he wants to play around like a potential Cryoblast, because I think it's only a 6/2 base. So yeah, it's just a crazy card. And then also the turn, Like a Void's texture is the turn that a full moon is cast, it can't be it's unaffected by counter runes. So it's just crazy altogether. It gets in damage. It also does piercing damage. So if it swings into the Rummagem like he most likely will here, it'll deal 3 damage even though the Rummagem is in defense. So it's just a crazy aggressive combo. So he'll swing over, we'll pay out the 3 from that battle, and then we'll pay out the 4th from the Ash Rabbit swinging as well. So lose 4 quick spirits there. And already in this one we are down by quite a bit. This combo from Moonrise is it's bad news for our deck. It's just it did what the aggressive 5s deck wanted to do before. It just does it quicker and better at this point. And so we'll go ahead and cast out the Drops of Leaf here, using a Leviathan and a Zaptor there. And we'll shuffle back a Caprigal, Porcutide, Volcanic Forge, and a Javalantis right there. Shuffle those 4 back, we'll be able to draw 5. Hopefully see some of our power cards. EQ would be the best thing ever right here. Get rid of this Like a Void, honestly, and then watch, we'd be crazy if we did get the EQ and then he has a second full moon set. He just casts that, then it's unaffected, and he just got this massive freaking Like a Void on board. That'd be very unfortunate, but anyways, we'll stop dreaming about the worst possible scenarios here. We'll grab our 5 cards. Got some options at this point. Get rid of the Drops of Leaf. We'll go to the Underworld. And so still 1 back row here to worry about. We'll cast out the Golden Apples. At this point, I know there was kind of like a meme almost in episode 2. We had no clue how to cast out the, we knew how to cast out the golden apples. We didn't know how to resolve it correctly, but at this point we've done it enough where we kind of know what we're doing. We'll get rid of the Cyprong right there. I'm reaching for a dice and roll a 6, trying to hit a 1 through 4 here, and then I rolled a 1 here, and then we didn't even specify what's what. So we'll figure out what's what here, and then, you know, third time's a charm on the roll. So I think we said that the 1 will be on, yeah, like he just pointed, the 1 starts closer to his deck. We roll, of course, we roll another 6, and then a 2. So we'll hit the second 1 from his deck right there, and that is a Spectaris. So go ahead and he will mill 2 cards here as well from the Apples effect. So he hits a Shield and Ash Rabbit. Pretty good hits for us in that case, but kind of leaking my cards a bit here. I did try to mess with my camera a little bit. I angled it a little bit more backwards so we can hopefully not leak the cards as much. I don't know why I don't know why I'm doing it so much here, but we'll go ahead and throw out the Sprouter right there. Sprouter allowing us to search for the artifact. I did play in the tournament on February 8th. That was 2 days ago from the time I'm recording this, and I feel like during that tournament I wasn't leaking my cards a whole lot, so I don't really know why I was doing that in this game. I guess I might just be sitting a bit too close to the desk, however. Anyways, we'll grab the Poison Tunic there off of the Sprouter. One of 2 options we have to grab. And kind of afraid of that back row. We you know, cast out the necklace, so the only thing we could have grabbed with the Sprouter was the Tunic. But kind of afraid of that back row there, but at this point we are in a position where we need to try to clear his board. And so we'll go to battle and try to clear the Like a Void, and he's thinking about his plays right here. It's like that card is activatable. It's another full moon. And so, like we were talking about earlier, it's kind of a bad scenario for us. He initially will pay 1 out of his Spirit deck, however he goes back and siphons 1 off of the Like a Void, which is definitely the correct play in this instance. He will be able to enchant 2 to the Rabbit right here. He didn't have to do this just yet. The reason he did go ahead and fire this turn was because he wanted to siphon the Spirit off of the Like a Void before it died. Just saves him 1 Spirit in the Spirit deck, so really not a bad option. I mean, he most likely has a plan to ascend over that Rabbit anyways next turn, and so pretty good play on his part to go ahead and do that and save the Spirit. And so we paid out our necklace, and then yeah, he will throw out an Owlin right there, which just shows us that he's got the Pharaohgeist coming down here. So Pharaohgeist, just massive 9/13 camel coming out right here. It forces you, anytime you cast a card, you have to expend a Spirit, and so the camel should be able to get over the Sprouter right here. It's just big enough to clear the 8 attack on the Sprouter, empowered by the artifact. And yeah, that's exactly what he'll do. So he'll swing over right there. We'll take 3 Spirit damage in this battle, and we are pretty low and don't really have any way of getting over this camel. Even if we draw into the EQ, the camel turns it into a 3-cost EQ, so that's like our only saving grace at this point. And I think it's safe to say that I didn't draw it. If I would have drawn the EQ off the top, I would have thrown that thing down so fast. And so we throw out a Paleoth here, which I actually opt to miss enchant right here with a Thunder Spirit. The reason I did that, I think at this point we only had 2 Earth Spirits left in deck, and so I wanted to make sure that I'd be able to cast out the EQ. We pay out the what do people, I think people call it like the troll tax or something from the camel, so we pay out that Leviathan as part of that. But yeah, we wanted to make sure we keep the 2 Earths in Spirit deck in case we are able to top deck the EQ of the next turn. He will go ahead and throw out a Zaptor right there and throw out another aggressive Rabbit right there. The Paleoth only has a 1 defense. You can't really see it because of the lighting. However, yeah, we just go ahead and scoop right there. He's got enough damage on board, so we will scoop that game up. That's our 4th loss in a row, and we'll see you guys next episode. Hopefully we can win 1 more before we lose 1 more in order to get an actual pack. But even if we lose, we get a pity pack. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you had a good time, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.